been well over a decade since the kids next door first stealthily stole our hearts, but it feels like just yesterday. Those top secret operations, the creatively named villains, and the anagrams. Oh my gosh, the anagrams. My name is Tim, and today on Channel Frederator, we're counting down 107 facts about Codename Kids Next Door. Viewers, battle stations. Number 1. Codename Kids Next Door was created by American animator, producer, writer, and designer Tom Warburton, but he typically goes by the moniker Mr. Warburton. Number 2. Warburton's previous credits spread the gamut of the animated world, from lead character designer on Disney's Pepper Ann, to direction on Saturday Night Live's animated short series TV Funhouse, to production designer on MTV's Beavis and Butthead. Number 3. Warburton began drawing at a very early age. He also developed a love for anime. By lucky chance, one of the first anime he ever watched was Miyazaki's Castle in the Sky, as well as the series Macross and Gundam, all of which served to influence his style. Number 4. Even though Warburton always wanted to do cartoons, he regarded himself as not the best artist and decided to study graphic design in college, only to discover he hated the field. Number 5. Even though Warburton was based in New York City for most of his early career, a friend of his from Asafa East moved to Los Angeles and became a big shot at Cartoon Network, giving Warburton an in to pitch a show. Number 6. Warburton's first pilot for Cartoon Network was Kenny and the Chimp. Alas, Kenny was ultimately rejected, but the series sowed the seeds for many characters that would later appear in Codename Kids Next Door. Number 7. This is the first time Warburton had ever storyboarded a cartoon short. Therefore, his initial board ran nearly 14 minutes long, effectively double the 7-minute time limit. Number 8. The Kids Next Door gang were conceived for Kenny and the Chimp as a group of children living next door to Kenny without parental supervision. They were simply the annoying troublemakers of the town. Number 9. These versions of the Kids Next Door were never meant to have fixed names. Rather, their names would change with each episode to reflect the particular scheme they were unleashing upon Kenny and the town. Number 10. Professor Triple Extra Large premiered in the failed Kenny and the Chimp pilot, Diseasy Does It. Of course, the professor and his strange tendency for mutated body parts was saved for future Kids Next Door appearances. Number 11. Warburton initially wanted Mark Hamill, aka Luke Skywalker, to play the role of Professor Triple Extra Large in Kenny and the Chimp, but he realized at his audition that he just wasn't right for the part. However, Hamill was later featured on KND as Sticky Beard. Number 12. The idea for transforming a group of troublemakers into a unit of operatives came from Warburton's lifelong love of X-Men and his subsequent fondness for an international team of experts fighting crazy supervillains. Number 13. The show was originally called The Kids Next Door due to the character's aforementioned relation to Kenny. Codename was added when the crew discovered that a rival network was developing a show entitled Pigs Next Door. Number 14. When K&D premiered to the press, the event's attendees were given a goodie bag full of the kinds of 2x4 technology beloved by Number 2. A commemorative door hanger, notepad, decoder ring, and pen that writes in invisible ink. Number 15. The pilot for Codename Kids Next Door first aired as part of Cartoon Network's Big Pick Weekend, where viewers voted on the next series the network would produce. Needless to say, Kids Next Door won, and the rest was history. Number 16. This process meant that Warburton found out that his show got greenlit at the same time as everyone else. Number 17. The real names of the members of Sector V all reference their operative number. Number 5 is Abigail Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is on the $5 bill. Number 4 is Wallaby Beetles, whose name recalls the famous rock quartet, the Beatles. Number 3 is Kuki Sanban. Sanban means third in Japanese. Number 2 is Hoagie P. Gilligan, Jr. And finally, number 1 is Nigel Uno. And of course, Uno is both Italian and Spanish for one. Number 18. Number 2's last name, Gilligan, is a reference to the 60s sitcom Gilligan's Island. Number 19. Number 1 and number 2 share the same voice actor, Benjamin Driskin, who also voiced Eugene on Nickelodeon's much beloved classic, Hey Arnold. Number 20. Number 4 is voiced by the greatest operative in all of K&D's history, D. Bradley Baker. Number 21. Number 5's evil teenage sister Cree is named after Cree Summer, the actress who voices both siblings. Number 22. Before Cree became a teenager, Number 5 and her sister were friends. In fact, Cree provided Number 5 with her first hat. Number 23. Episode titles are very formulaic in Codename Kids Next Door. An operation title is always followed by an acronym. Both the acronym and what it stands stands for always relate to the episode. For example, Operation Teeth stands for Tooth Extracting Enemy Terrorizes Headquarters. The same thing's true of all their weapons and vehicles. Number 24. Number 4's real name is Wallaby, a member of the kangaroo family found primarily in Australia. His brother is named Joey, which is a term for a baby wallaby. So yes, their family is clearly Australian. Number 25. Number 4 has a picture of Number 3 hanging in his room. His room in his moon home has a simpler homage, a picture of the Number 3 encircled by a heart. Number 26. Number 3's younger sister Mushi is voiced by Tara Strong, whose other credits include Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls and Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony. Also Omi from Shaolin Showdown. Number 27. Number 3 is an illustration of the trope of the Genki Girl. Genki is Japanese for energetic, and the phrase describes anime characters who are somewhat hyper. Kuki's mother is even named Genki, although she subverts the trope completely. Number 28. Lauren Tom, the voice of Number 3, also voices Amy Wong on Futurama, as well as both Gizmo and Jinx in the series Teen Titans Go. Number 29. Number 3 celebrates her 10th birthday in the episode Operation Fast Food. She's the youngest member of Sector V. Number 30. Number 1 has had the members of Sector V go on a date with Lizzie in disguise, twice. Both Wallaby and Kooky have played the role. Number 31. When Warburton created Number 1, he had no rhyme or reason behind the character's baldness. Blaming the delightful children organically arose as he was writing the script for Operation Fountain. Number 32. The K&D runs deep in Number 1's family. Spoiler alerts. His father, Monty Uno, was Number 0, a legendary operative who started a new age of the K&D in his youth. So did his mother, who was the first female operative in The Kids Next Door. Number 33. Agents of The Kids Next Door are only allowed to be operatives until they are 13 years old. After that, they are decommissioned, their memories are wiped, and they're left to become teenagers. Number 34. Before he joined Sector V, Number 1 used to decommission operatives who were too old to be in the K&D. This foreshadows missions the team embarks on to decommission grown-ups in later episodes. Number 35. However, a select few K&D operatives are allowed to remain part of the organization past the age of 13, under the super secret umbrella of the Teens Next Door. These lucky teens still pretend to have their memories wiped so they can join the teen ninjas as spy operatives. Number 36. For most of the series, we are led to believe by Number 1 that kids invented adults to help them work and play. Eventually, the adults rebelled and children escaped to the moon. Yet the kids quickly started to miss Earth and the adults regretted exiling the children, so the two reunited on Earth in the form of families. Number 37. However, in the series finale, number 74.239 reveals that adulthood is actually a virus rapidly spreading throughout the universe. Hey everyone, taking a quick break just to let you know what's coming up next. So on Tuesday on Cartoon Hangover, we have 107 facts about the Fairly Odd Parents. Then on Thursday on Channel Frederator, we have 107 facts about the We Bare Bears, which is awesome. You should totally check it out. But anyway, let's get back to the facts. Number 38. The Kids Next Door headquarters are based on the moon, and the organization has done their best to keep adults away from their moon base. The Kids Next Door therefore faked the moon landing on a Hollywood stage to trick adults into staying away from the Kids Next Door. Number 39. Operation Moon is a direct parody of the film The Truman Show. In both stories, what the main character's reality is actually a staged environment monitored by other people. This time around, Number 1 directs Number 4's family. Number 40. The delightful children's last appearance is on the Drop-A-Log ride in Rainbow Monkey's Let's Learn About the Lavatory theme park. They ride a log directly down the drain of a giant toilet. Warburton is still shocked the ride's name made it through execs. Number 41. Only 4 out of the 5 delightful children from down the lane have known names: Bruce, David, Lenny, and Constance. The blonde girl's name has yet to be mentioned, and only Lenny and David are addressed by their name in the series. Number 42. Although the K&D are arch rivals with the delightful children from down the lane, Number 1 is introduced to Sector E and the rowdy hooligans from across the square, two English organizations that prefer to go out and share a soda. According to them, fighting over trivial matters is just an American thing. Number 43. The music of Kids Next Door was composed by Steven Rucker, whose first gig was the Mr. T cartoon from the late 80s. Since then, Rucker has composed music for Dexter's Lab, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and the Powerpuff Girls. Not to be confused with Steve Rucker, the drummer of the Bee Gees. Number 44. The soundtrack to the episode Operation Food Fight is naturally provided by Gwar. a heavy metal band known for their detailed and grotesque live shows. GWAR worked with the show's crew to retool the songs Gore Gore and Private Pain of Techno Destruction for the episode. Number 45. Operation Archive is a tribute to Mahiro Maeda's short film The Second Renaissance from the Animatrix. Warburton fell in love with the short and wanted to make a children's version, where the children made the adults and the adults rebelled instead of machines. Number 46. Count Spankulot is the only villain who has been held legally accountable for his crimes. He was once imprisoned for mistakenly spanking an innocent child named Carlos. Number 47. Originally, Count Spankulot was going to be called Count Spankula, but Warburton changed the name after a quick Google search yielded some controversial results. Number 48. Even though Number 4 appears to like swimming in the series pilot, he is terrified of swimming later in the series. In fact, in Operation Utopia, Number 1 is able to tell he's trapped in a dream because Number 4 is swimming in a pool of soda. Number 49. Number 4 thinks the Rainbow Monkeys are stupid, but he admittedly loves their brand of cereal, Rainbow Crunchies. Number 50. In Operation Saturn, Number 3 clearly tells Number 4 she smells rainbow monkeys with her heart. But in Operation Rainbows in Season 1, she tells Mr. Mogul she sniffs rainbow monkeys with her nose. Number 51. Saturn is an enormous planet. If its rings were actually made out of rainbow monkeys, the amount of toys needed would more than triple the population of Earth. Number 52. Number 3 pays $1.95 per minute to talk to a real rainbow monkey on the phone. Number 53. In the K&D universe, BRA stands for Battle Ready Armor, which can be used for both armor and disguise. Number 54. In the Japanese dub of the show, Number 5 is voiced by a man. This is the only time in Kids Next Door where the gender of a voice is crossed over, despite the fact that the practice is common for shows involving children. Number 55. Even though Number 1's last name is Uno and father's name is Benedict Wigglestein, father is actually Number 1's uncle. And grandfather is for real Number 1's grandfather, who was overthrown by his own son. That's a complicated family. Number 56. The K&D logo is a nod to Charlie's Angels, a hit series from the 1970s about a trio of female spies. Number 57. Operation Naughty offers a version of Santa that resembles Professor Charles Xavier from the X-Men, and his Alpha Strike team greatly resemble Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Storm, and Colossus. Even the plot of the episode itself borrows from various X-Men comics. Number 58. Heinrich's caramel ritual, also called caramel alchemy, is a candy-making process that takes the most precious trait from a person and turns it into 5 delicious caramels. The process causes Number 5 to lose her coolness, but Warburton also initially proposed the loss of her parents, her eyesight, and her hair. Which 2 of those 3 things are really alarming. Number 59. Several fans have noticed similarities between caramel alchemy and the end of the manga Full Metal Alchemist, including the sacrifice of the most important part of yourself and the giant transmutation circle in Heinrich's scheme. But here's the catch. The episode was released in 2007, 3 years before the manga reached its conclusion. Number 60. Warburton hesitated on whether to restore Heinrich's femininity. He played with the idea since the early stages of writing Operation Caramel, but originally thought it was probably not a good idea. Number 61. Heinrich spent time as the cabin boy under the candy-coated villain Sticky Beard. After eating a rare licorice seed, Heinrich was kidnapped by Black John Licorice, whose crew once included a young Sticky Beard. Number 62. The story of Black John Licorice is a parody of the crew featured in Pirates of the Caribbean: Curse of the Black Pearl, who are human by day and skeletons at night. In Kids Next Door, the Black John Licorice's crew are Bones during the daytime and Licorice at night. Number 63. Sticky Beard's name is a direct reference to the historical pirate Blackbeard. His ship also carries on the legacy. Blackbeard's ship was Queen Anne's Revenge. Sticky Beard's is the Sweet Revenge. Number 64. When he was a cabin boy to Black John Licorice, Sticky Beard's name was Sticky Fuzz, since he couldn't grow a beard. Number 65. Potty Mouth was originally designed as a generic background villain. However, the design department fell in love with the character and spent season after season demanding he get a speaking role. Number 66. Potty Mouth's original acceptance speech would have been completely bleeped out as though he was swearing, but Cartoon Network was worried viewers would be able to read his lips. Warburton then suggested the character say nice things that were bleeped out, but Cartoon Network rejected this as well. "We're gonna flush that duty-filled poo-poo cake right down de poopin' toilet" was the resulting compromise. Number 67. The Toilinator wasn't always the laughable villain we see in the show. In the comic Operation History, we find out the Toilinator Toilinator was once Lou Poddington III, a successful executive of Evil Adult Industries Incorporated, who was given toilet powers by the almighty protector of potty after being trapped in a porta potty for several days. Number 68, the Toilinator's favorite color is urinal cake blue. This is surprising considering the only way he stayed alive when trapped in a porta potty was by eating urinal cakes for every meal. Number 69, like Father, the Toilinator is also revealed to be a long-lost relative of Sector V. Lou is the twin brother of Sidney Beatles, Number 4's father. That makes the Toilinator Number 4's uncle. Number 70, Evil Adult Industries Incorporated is owned by Father and presumably exists only to produce products that torment children. Number 71, Nightbrace is voiced by Tom Kenny, whose credits are so large that if you listed every cartoon on a dartboard and threw a dart at it randomly, you'd probably hit a show that Tom Kenny's been in. Number 72, writer Mo Williams left Kids Next Door in season 4 to become a writer of children's books. As his parting gift, his final script was about an outstanding operative about to be decommissioned. He illustrates how the operative, Maurice, Williams' given name, would be missed desperately by all his peers. Number 73, in the original story, Number 4 would be the Beatles of the Dodgeball Prophecy. However, Williams told Warburton point blank that Number 4 had to lose the match against the Dodgeball Wizard. When Warburton acted surprised and questioned the twist, Williams informed him that Joey Beatles was, in fact, the one to fulfill the prophecy. Number 74, Warburton enjoys sneaking unlikely K&D operatives into the fold. Ash Ketchum of Pokemon fame can be seen applauding along with the other kids in Operation Archive. Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Also makes an appearance in Operation It. Number 75, the series' sports commentators Nick and Chip are based on two famous sportscasters. Chip is Harry Carey of Chicago Cubs fame, and Nick often mimics Monday Night Football's Howard Cosell. Number 76, Mr. Fib and Mr. Wink from No Pee in Ool are based on villains Mr. Wint and Mr. Kidd from the 1971 James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever. Number 77, the name of the fourth grade presidents, James Jimmy Nixon McGarfield, is a mashup of the names of 4 former American presidents, Jimmy Carter, William McKinley, Richard Nixon, and James Garfield. Number 78, despite their advanced intellect in many areas, no one besides Number 5 in Sector V knows where babies come from. Number 5 knows because her father is a doctor. Number 79, operative number 275 is based on Jacob, a Make-A-Wish Foundation patient who dreamed of being a character on the show. Character designer Tom Evans made it happen and also gave Jacob a personalized drawing of his character leading Sector V. Number 80, that wasn't the first time Kids Next Door collaborated with children's charities. The show was an instrumental aspect of Cartoon Network's collaboration with Trick or Treat for UNICEF in 2004, appearing on the box itself, and in commercials urging viewers to help the cause. Number 81, Warburton learned his lesson after overwriting the pilot of Kenny and the Chimp, and the only Kids Next Door episode to suffer a similar fate was Operation Not, which was too long when it was shipped off to be animated. In order to get the episode down to format, the crew had to cut down held shots and even speed up dialogue. Number 82, many episodes of Kids Next Door incorporate scenes or characters from Warburton's dreams. One example are the school bus walkers from Operation Snowing. Number 83, the schools featured in Operation Snowing are all named after Warburton's co-workers and family. Number 84, in the credits of every episode of Kids Next Door, the writers are referred to as writing operatives, and the storyboard artists are listed as storyboard operatives. Number 85, the show's cast and crew were all given their own K&D operative numbers. For example, composer Steve Rucker is number quarter note, and director Guy Moore is number D20. Number 86, the end credits of Operation Zero feature caricatures by Kevin Kobasic of every single person who ever worked on the show. All of the images frame the crew as operatives of the Kids Next Door on various missions. Even the interns got credit as the 2006 graduating class of the Cadets Next Door. Number 87, Kobasic was determined from the get-go that the Cartoon Network execs would be displayed on a communist propaganda poster. Warburton and the executive producers were also shown as tied-up hostages. We assume they took the joke well. Number 88, Kids Next Door has been given some unlikely cameos. The show can be seen on a television in the background of the 2004 film Sideways, and Grim from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy can be seen watching the show. Number 89, this isn't the only time the Kids Next Door have been given a spot on Billy and Mandy. In the movie Billy and Mandy's Big Boogie Adventure, Number Number 3 is given the position of Grim Reaper after Grim is stripped of his scythe and title. Number 90, as if you needed more evidence that Maxwell Adams and Warburton enjoy each other's work, the two actually collaborated on a crossover special, The Grim Adventures of the KND. However, there was no reference that Number 3 had ever met or interacted with Grim, so it's possible that chronologically this episode occurs in the Billy and Mandy universe before Big Boogie Adventure. Number 91, Warburton wanted the scavenger hunt in the series finale Operation Interviews to involve an artifact from every Kids Next Door episode. A golf ball from Mini Golf, a turnip, Mr. Huggykins, etc. But with over 70 episodes and some without obvious symbols, the idea proved too large of an undertaking. Number 92, Warburton and the crew looked at over 500 headshots while casting the adult Kids Next Door, and auditioned over 25 actors and actresses for each part. Number 93, Number 3's commitment to Rainbow Monkeys ends up paying off, because we see she has become president of the Rainbow Monkey Corporation as an adult. Number 4 also found great success in adulthood. He took a complete turn as he aged, graduated from Harvard, and became a doctor. And yes, he married Number 3. Number 94, Number 1 is selected to join the Galactic Kids Next Door, a secret organization and the highest ranking branch of the KND. The GKND only choose one operative per planet. Number 95, turns out the Galactic Kids Next Door might want to get rid of all adults, not just the evil ones. That's at least the belief espoused by the KND Splinter Cell, which acts as the GKND's cover. Number 96, Mr. Warburton still keeps up an active blog at warburtonlabs.blogspot.com, where he regularly posts old K&D materials as well as commentary and updates on his newer projects. Number 97, Warburton made a point of keeping one original page of the storyboard of every episode. He enlisted writer and artist Alison Wilgus to the task of finding the perfect page that embodied each episode, and has since decided to offer commentary on every single episode on his blog. Number 98, he wrote and illustrated a children's book called 1000 Times No, based on all the different ways his son constantly turns him down. The book became an animated short, which was eventually picked up by Nick Jr. for a series, featuring the voice talents of Warburton's son. Number 99, Warburton eventually became creative director on the Disney show Fish Hooks. In addition to his multitude of duties for the job, he often provides composer Andy Sturmer with lyrics. Number 100, earlier this year, Warburton was asked to do a piece for Disney TV's Disneyland Art Show. Naturally, his first thought was to draw lots of people waiting in line, including the KND, who appear to be teenagers. And yes, Number 3 and Number 4 are hugging, kind of. Number 101, you can visit the official Rainbow Monkeys website at www.rainbowmonkeys.com. The site at first appears to be a useless loop of the theme song, but if you push on the monkey's nose and type in the password Galactic, you will be directed to a teaser for a new Kids Next Door series concept. Number 102, if you didn't already know about that, you're probably sitting there in awe and confusion. Let's back up. Warburton came up with an idea for the Galactic Kids Next Door towards the end of the run of the original series, and has gently pitched it to Cartoon Network a few times to no effect. So Warburton decided to make a guerrilla pitch and see what happened. Number 103, in this new pitch, Lizzie, now known as Number Vine, and number 74.239 are revealed to be aliens disguised as humans. The pitch for this new project would pit the Kids Next Door against their galactic mother organization. Number 104, much to Warburton's delight, all of the original voice actors and crew that he asked to be a part of the project agreed to jump in on the experiment. Warburton described the process as akin to making a fan fiction of our own work. Number 105, Warburton asked director Guy Moore to come up with the alien writing system featured in the short. Moore came up with an astoundingly in-depth writing system based on triangles and squares and a numeric system based on circles, all with corresponding representations in our own alphabet. Number 106, Warburton and the crew placed the Rainbow Monkeys website cryptically on the internet, along with a few images of Number Vine and no further explanation. The website was originally counting down to April 1st, 2015, and the launch of the video, but the website was hacked 10 days before the launch date and the video showed up on YouTube. The scenes with numbers 3 and 4 were written and completed in 10 days to explain what was happening and to have something new by the end of the countdown. And finally, number 107, even though Cartoon Network didn't attach to the idea of a new series, Trevor Isaacs started an an official petition at change.org to get the series on air. At the time of this video, there are over 40,000 signatures of the 50,000 goal. So, if you're a Kids Next Door operative or a teenager adult who wasn't decommissioned, maybe you should go over there and sign the petition. Thank you for watching Tuned Up's 107s, where we cover everything you've ever wanted to know about your favorite cartoons. If you like this video, you might also enjoy 107 facts about the Teen Titans or 107 facts about Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. You can go ahead and click on those links now. Also, we'd like to hear from you. Call us at 917-408-FRED or 917-408-3733 and let us know which 107 you'd like to see next. Up for debate, we have Spider-Man the Animated Series, Fairy Tale, and 107 more Steven Universe facts. So if you want to bring the total up to 214, now's the opportunity to let us know. And if we like your voicemail enough, we might even feature it in an episode. So go ahead, give us a call, and remember, Frederator loves you.